The things I do for love.
Shared identity. Imagine growing up beside someone who looked like you, thought like you, and understood you before either of you could even speak. Jaime and Cersei entered the world together as twins, and in many ways, they never truly left that moment behind. In the books, Cersei often thinks of Jaime as another half of herself, almost a mirror rather than a separate person. They were raised in the cold shadow of Tywin Lannister, where duty came before affection, and the greatness of House Lannister mattered more than the happiness of its children. Their secret relationship became more than a forbidden love affair. It became a private world only the two of them could enter. Every lie they told protected not only themselves, but their children, their family name, and the future of the realm. Their children sat on the Iron Throne under a secret that could destroy kingdoms if it were exposed. The deeper the secret became, the more impossible it was to walk away from it. Their lives, their ambitions, and their identities fused together until neither could imagine a future apart. Psychologically, this is what makes their relationship feel inescapable. They are not simply lovers, they are emotionally enmeshed, each defining themselves through the other. Politically, every choice they make pulls more people into their private bond until an entire kingdom begins paying the price for their silence. Emotionally, separating would have meant destroying not only the relationship, but the identities they had spent their lives protecting. Jaime could no longer tell where his loyalty began and Cersei began. Cersei could no longer imagine loving anyone who wasn't a reflection of herself. Their greatest strength became the chains neither could see. By the time those chains became visible, they had already tightened beyond escape. Unequal devotion. Jaime and Cersei both claimed to love each other, but they spoke completely different languages. Jaime's love was faithful, exclusive, and sacrificial. He joined the Kingsguard knowing it meant surrendering his inheritance, his future as Lord of Casterly Rock, and the chance to build an honorable life of his own. He did it simply to remain close to Cersei. In his heart, they were already husband and wife, even if the world could never acknowledge it. He imagined a future where Lannisters could marry as the Targaryens once had, but Cersei never shared that dream. She wanted Jaime's devotion, yet refused to limit herself in return. While Jaime remained faithful, Cersei took Lancel as her lover, then the Kettleblacks, using affection whenever it served her needs. Jaime returns from captivity, expecting to find the woman he has remained loyal to, only to discover that loyalty has never been mutual. Every revelation cuts deeper than the loss of his sword hand. He begins to understand that the promises he believed they had made together existed mostly in his own heart. Psychologically, Jaime treats love as a lifelong commitment, while Cersei treats love as possession. She expects complete devotion without offering the same sacrifice herself. Emotionally, that imbalance leaves Jaime constantly trying to earn something he believed he already had. Cersei loves being loved. Jaime loves Cersei herself. One gives because he cannot imagine doing otherwise. The other receives because she believes she deserves it. Their tragedy begins the moment they mistake those two kinds of love for the same thing. Power. When Jaime loses his sword hand, he loses far more than his greatest weapon. His reputation, confidence, and identity disappear with it. Returning to King's Landing, he expects comfort from the woman for whom he sacrificed everything. Instead, he slowly realizes she needs the old Jaime, the fearless knight who could solve every problem with steel. As Cersei's rule becomes more desperate, she leans harder on Jaime to eliminate her enemies, defend her decisions, and preserve the future of their children. Again and again she invokes their family, their house, and their sons to bind him closer to her. Yet something has changed inside Jaime. Brienne awakens a part of him that remembers honor. Losing his hand forces him to discover qualities beyond violence. He begins refusing requests that once would have earned instant obedience. The clearest moment comes when Cersei begs him to return to King's Landing after her imprisonment by the Faith. Jaime quietly burns her letter instead. It is the first time in his life he chooses his own judgment over hers. Psychologically, Cersei cannot accept Jaime becoming his own person because control has always been mistaken for closeness. Jaime discovers that obedience is not the same as love. Politically, every refusal weakens Cersei's grip on power because she has relied on Jaime as both shield and sword for decades. Emotionally, both feel betrayed, but for different reasons. Jaime believes love should survive change. Cersei believes love should guarantee obedience. One grows into independence. The other clings tighter to control. That is the point where their paths finally begin to separate. Redemption. The saddest part of Jaime's story is that he never truly stops loving Cersei. Even after seeing her cruelty, her betrayals, and her manipulation, his heart remains tied to the woman he has loved since childhood. Love rarely disappears the moment truth arrives. It simply becomes heavier to carry. Throughout the books, Jaime slowly becomes a better man. He keeps his oath to Catelyn Stark. He protects Brienne. He begins judging himself by honor instead of reputation. Every hardship humbles him. Cersei travels the opposite road. Every setback convinces her that everyone else is the enemy. Her paranoia grows, her circle shrinks, and the people she once trusted become tools to discard. The television series gives Jaime one final return to King's Landing, where he dies beside Cersei, beneath the Red Keep. Whether readers accept that ending or not, it feels emotionally believable, because loyalty has always been Jaime's greatest strength and his greatest weakness. Even after everything, abandoning Cersei would have meant abandoning the life he had built around her. Psychologically, Jaime's redemption is never about ceasing to love Cersei. It is about learning that love without truth becomes slavery. Cersei never learns the same lesson, because self-reflection is the one battle she cannot fight. Jaime changes because suffering opens his eyes. Cersei suffers yet only hardens her heart. One discovers who he is without power. The other loses herself trying to hold on to it. That is why one character grows while the other slowly collapses. The things we do for love. Those are the first words that truly define Jaime Lannister. Moments before pushing Bran Stark from the tower, he looks at the boy with regret and says, "The things I do for love." It is one of the darkest moments in the entire story, not because Jaime enjoys what he is about to do, but because he believes protecting Cersei justifies almost anything. Their secret, their children, and the future of House Lannister have become more important than innocence, truth, or even his own honor. At that point in his life, Cersei is the measure of right and wrong. If loving her demands an atrocity, then the atrocity becomes acceptable. Yet, the man who loses his sword hand is not the same man who pushed Bran from that window. Captivity strips away the identity he built around being the greatest swordsman in Westeros. Brienne reminds him of the man he could still become. Cersei's betrayals slowly reveal that the devotion he offered so freely was never truly returned. He begins to question not whether he loves Cersei, but whether love should demand the sacrifice of his conscience. The turning point comes when Cersei begs him to return to King's Landing and save her from the Faith. Years earlier, he would have ridden through fire without hesitation. Instead, he reads her desperate letter and quietly throws it into the flames. Jaime still loves her, but love no longer has the final word. He has learned that devotion without conscience is not virtue, but bondage. Even his dream of openly marrying Cersei, living together as the Targaryens once had, reveals how differently they saw their relationship. Jaime wanted to bring their love into the light. Cersei insisted it remain hidden because secrecy protected the power she had built around it. He was willing to give up everything to be with her. She was only willing to keep him as long as he remained useful to her. The greatest tragedy is not that Jaime stopped loving Cersei, it is that becoming a better man meant he could no longer prove that love by becoming a worse one. By the end of his journey, the meaning of that famous line has been completely transformed. The things he once did for love are exactly the things he finally refuses to do. Perhaps that's why Jaime and Cersei still fascinate us. They remind us that love alone is never enough if two people are loving in completely different ways. Sometimes the hardest chains to break are the ones forged from years of sacrifice, shared history, and the hope that one day our devotion will finally be returned. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.